Okay, this video I'm going to show you how to create the train base. Basically, I'm going to start with a rectangular base, and then extrude a circle, and then the train cab. So the first thing we'll do is that rectangle. So we're going to sketch a rectangle. You might also hear my daughter in the background screaming a little bit before her nap time. So I hope you can hear me through that. So again, rectangle. That's going to be 2 by 5.5, and I think I'll also show you guys a few shortcuts or talk you through them. If I hit E on the keyboard, that's an extrude. 0.875 is the base. Next up, I'm going to extrude the circle from the front towards the back. With that circle, what we know about it is the center is left and right, it's centered, but up and down it's 1.375 from the bottom of the train. Then we also know the radius is 0.75 inches. So in Autodesk, keep in mind, Autodesk uses diameters for circles. So I'm going to start my circle, and what I can do is put that right where that dotted line starts showing me the center, and then I know 1.375 is my y-axis. That just gives me the center of my circle. From there I need to type in the 1.5 diameter. We'll finish the sketch and extrude our circle. Now we need to change direction, but we also need to keep in mind that when we change direction, it also switched it to remove material. So we need to go back to add material in that direction. And the distance, we don't know the distance, but we know that the whole train is 5.5 inches. So I'll type in 5.5, and then we want to subtract off the amount that the cab, the distance of the cab, which we know is 1.75. And there we've got the rest of the front of the train. Next we'll go to the back of the train and sketch on that back rectangle. We'll spin it around so that I can see what we're doing. Now, the cab of this thing is actually going to be better seen in this view here. If you look, it shows that, I mean, you can see the left and right sides are vertical edges up from the base of the rectangle. The top of the cab, though, is part of an arc, basically. So the arc itself is like a part of this circle, centered right here where my mouse is, and then the radius of that circle is 2.35 inches. So what we're going to do is create a circle centered right here on my mouse, and then make the diameter of that 4.7, and then from there we'll just trim off the part of the circle we don't need. So with our circle, again, I know it's centered left and right, but this time if I hit tab and go into edit my X and Y, you'll notice the Y is in negatives based on the orientation. So just be careful of that. All that changes is that when I type in my 0.375, I'm going to throw a negative 0.375. Okay. Again, that just gives me the center of my circle. From there, we know the diameter is 4.7, and then we need to enclose that the rest of the way. So we'll snap to the left side corner with the vertical line, make sure it touches the circle. Go to the right side, make sure it goes to the circle, and last but not least, make sure that you enclose the bottom with a horizontal line. After that, I'm going to trim the circle that we don't need. I'm going to finish my sketch, E for extrude, and then here I'm going to change direction. I'm going to change that distance icon. I'm going to select 2. 2 then allows you to pick the surface that it extends to. So I'm going to select the back of our cab, or the back of the circle, and there you have it. And last thing I'm going to do on this video is show you that circle cut on the side of the cab. And what we know about that is, if we go back up, is that we have the center up 1 3/4 inches, and we're in from the back of the train 1/4 inch. From there it's a 1 inch diameter, right, a radius of a 1/2 inch. So we'll go up 1 3/4, we'll go in 1/4, and then we'll draw our circle. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm just going to show you another way to locate circles. I know that that circle is somewhere in this region, so I'll click a work point and go up to dimension, and I'll just dimension where that work point goes. So I click the dimension, or the work point, the bottom surface, that was 1.75. Same thing horizontally, I'll click the work point and a vertical edge, and that is 1/4 inch. Once we have it dimensioned, then I can go back to circle, select the center, select the work point, and that was a 1 inch diameter circle. Finish that sketch, extrude, make sure you select just a circle. I'll change the direction, therefore cutting the material, and then this time with the extent I will select through all, and that'll just make sure it goes all the way through the cab. So there you have it. We've got most of the train body. The next video I'll show you how to do the threaded holes for the wheels, the hole in the back, the hole for the smokestack, and the 3 holes in the front for the cow catcher.